Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right. No crude oil inventory session today, so we're done with the disclosures. There's a get in sync possibility. Micro Russell. Let's give it 2 ticks. Pound Aussie in a long trade, just about up to money management. Crude got it, and sort of got it done this morning. We'll talk about that in a minute. First trade, tick got us into the long at 70.96. That comes back and stops and reverses at the full stop out. So that is a 17 tick risk, 34 tick loss. So then we pick up the short trade at 70.79. That goes to target 1 at 66 and target 2 at 57. For 13 and 22 or 35 ticks. Technically, that's 1 tick positive, and that would be power of quitting, and depending on how you determine whether you're positive or not. If you say, 1 tick is sufficiently positive, or if it's 5 ticks, you go ahead and take the third trade. That unfortunately takes a full loss, 27 tick risk, 53 tick net loss on the mini session. I would say trade it whichever way you tested and stick with it. There will be days, losing days. Money management on Pound Aussie. $95.09. Looks like target 1 is 95.11. I think we got there. Yep. Definitely just hit it. So we have target 1 in hand. That will move our next actual target up to 2. And stop is actually trailing now, it looks like. 94.94. Our entry on that trade was 94.91. So yes, we are trailing. Market is open. And that is a no trade. We've got there's a long, it's valid. And unless that comes back to the entry, that is going to be a no trade. But at the moment, it's a get in sync. And that doesn't come back to the entry, so that is a no trade on the YM. New long trade on Micro Russell. That's our first trade of the morning there. Money management's to move up 2 ticks. Looks like it's going to be 88 flat. Yep. And that goes a full stop, so that is a full loss. Now we have a short trade. That triggers in. And that's a full loss. Not faring well this morning on the Micro Russell. Catching some noise there. Also catching some noise on the YM. Looks like maybe just missing target 2. 95.22. Yeah, we missed by 4 ticks. We're getting really close to target 2. We are in the short on soybeans. And looks like we've got some interruption. So we did hit target 2 on the pound Aussie. Third trade now on the new long on the micro Russell. Goes up a couple of ticks. Not there yet. 88.5. So we're a couple of ticks shy. And if we stop out here, that ends, then yeah, there's a stop out. Just touched it and hit again. So that ends the session on the micro Russell. I think I'm going to call it the micro NQ. We are in our time for micro Russell. Looks like we did a on the unleaded. We did a long and then a stop and reverse short. So we go from 58 to 24. Is 34 times 2 is 68 tick loss. Target 2 was worth 40. And we trailed all the way down to 0367. So that is going to get us positive on unleaded. So that will get both target 1 or target 2 traders positive. Now let's find micro NQ here. Right. That long is too early. And yeah, it hits both entry and stop, so I won't even try to figure out what it did because it was too early for us. We're now in the short. Very close to money management. I'd have adjusted that probably 1 point beyond the then session low. And we'll try to do that now, but that's looking at that. That's where I would have gone, is make an adjustment around the session low of at least 2 ticks, if not 4. There is money management and target 1. So we go to break even. And there's your break even stop, 300 and a quarter. Soybeans still in the short. I've lost track of what the YM has done. Looks like we've got one target 2 winner, actually a couple of target 1 winners. And I'll have to go back and look at that, see what it's done. Pound Aussie trailing stop at 503. And we'll now look for target 3. 20 and 31 pips so far. Targets 1 and 2. 51 pips in hand. 3 positions still in play. And there's a target 2 win on the micro NQ. Getting off to a better start than micro Russell this morning. Micro Russell just caught us in back and forth noise and got us 3 quick losses. And based on the trade plan, that ends the session. And we go long on the micro NQ. We'll take that entry as it thought, since we are positive there. Now the Aussie stopped to 508. Still looking for target 3. Entry at, was it 491? So we've got 17 pips in hand on the trailer. Times 3 positions, full loss on the micro NQ. So 1 win, 1 loss. Right, now we've got a little time. Let's go back and take a look at what's happened in the YM. Okay, too far on the short, so the long is our first trade. And that one, yeah, that was a no trade. Set up at 6 seconds after market open. First bar 4 seconds after that, and it never came back. So unlikely to be able to get into that one. Short didn't trigger. Long just got niggled in. Well, actually, good chance you could avoid that one. It spiked right to the entry. Yeah, and then pulled back in 5 seconds. That one's avoidable. You would have adjusted your entry a tick above that spike coming to the entry. Maybe even above this one ahead of us. Yeah, the entry was 42. This one was 44. Yeah, I would have set the entry at 46 on that one after I had a moment to look at it. And that would have been avoidable. So then our first trade is the short. It gets target 1, and that gets us power of quitting. 25 tick target 1. It looks like we've got 1 tick on the trailer. And that takes care of the session in the YM. YM in a successful long now, but not in that one. Short trade, and while I was doing that, micro NQ went into a short that's gone to target. Money management and target, and we're now trailing. Looking now for target 3, we've already achieved target 2. And target 3. Trailing stop at 250 and 1/4. So again today, top row is done. Bottom row are our active trades. Pound Aussie in its power putting trade. It's going to be one and done today. Soybeans in its first trade, still in the short. Long trade did not trigger. That would have been a stop and reverse. $1,001/4 would have gone to $1,003/4 with stop and reverse adjustment. Still short. And micro NQ stops out after target 3. We get most of the way to target 2. So after 3 trades, we are positive. Micro NQ diverging from Micro Russell and the YM again. YM and the Micro Russell both setting session highs, and the Micro NQ setting session lows. In earnings season again. So 3 trades into the Micro NQ session, 2 wins and a loss. Definitely going to be positive. Going to be plus about 80, 85 points so far. Long trade. If we can get to target 1 before we get to the 50 EMA, which that's good because we can at least get to break even if it goes on up. If you're not already in it, I would adjust up. That spike to the entry at 58.50, so I would 58.5. If you didn't get filled on your entry, that is a no trade. If you did, that's loss number 2. So now we're going to be about 20, probably about 20 pips positive, or 20 points positive. Two wins, 2 losses, so we can take 1 loss or 2 more trades. And there's another short, 28.5. Session low is 27.75. And I'd take it 27.5, and there triggers in whatever you did with it. As I say, I would have taken 27.5, maybe 27.25 for an entry. Not going to put our entry 3 ticks above the session low. And just around that. $20 and 31 pips on the target so far. Yeah. And we have, so that's 51. We have another 51 in hand on the trailer. 3 positions remaining. We've got 17 pips on the trailer already. So that's another 51 pips. See if 95.10 will hold and proceed back up from there. Micro NQ took a little heat, but now back down below the entry. See if we can get another push down, get us to at least break even. Soybeans going sideways this morning. $50 EMA, and we get a full stop out. So that is loss number 3 on the micro NQ. And that's going to put us down about 40 points on the session. So mixed bag of trades, losing sessions on both catapult, both the micro Russell and the micro NQ. Break even or loser, depending on how you traded crude. Positive session on unleaded, positive session on the YM. And we will have a positive session on the pound Aussie whenever it completes this trade. At least 102 pips so far, less trade costs. Down to 508.9. We had still in, and now it stops out. Pound Aussie is done 102 pips positive on the 5 position trade. And we have soybeans remaining, and we'll do the 10 a.m. crude mini session. Good time for questions. Welcome back. It's been I was out the last couple of weeks. I was dark the last 2 weeks because I was traveling. We will not have a crude inventory report today. Monday holiday means that the inventory report will be tomorrow at 11. So we'll do an inventory session there. So far everything is done except soybeans. Okay, well, good that you're getting back even after months. That's Catapult Trader. It's a one bar setup. When we get these two, what we call cat lines, we have a fast and slow cat line. When they cross, and so right here they cross somewhere. The fast crossed above the slow. That gave us a long trade. Money management at target 1. This is a 12 point. This is a custom Renko bar. If you're on TradeStation, it's a custom Renko bar, 12 point, 3-point offset. On Ninja Trader, I'm doing it by ticks, so it's a 48 tick brick size with a 12 tick offset. If you hadn't seen the catapult setup, that's been on the trade in the trade room for well over a year. It's a custom Renko bar. That is on the. I don't know if you're if you have Catapult Trader. Either the Extreme, which will work do all markets, or the NQ. That's the bar setup is a 12-point custom Renko with a 3-point offset, meaning the overall bar brick size is 12 points. The offset from one bar to the next is 3 points. And those the lines that we look for, the slow and the fast cat lines are okay. Yeah, so yeah, this is a catapult chart. This and the micro Russell up top left corner are both on catapult. Spot Pound Aussie, crude unleaded, and the YM are spotlight. And counterpunch is what I'm using for the soybeans. This is a full counterpunch, but you can do it with CPX2 as well. And we're in our time for, so that's going to be a long trade on crude, 10 a.m. mini session. And that, yeah, we're busy and wasn't watching the time. That is a valid long trade on crude. So long on crude, short on soybeans still. We did take 3 losses and 2 wins, 3 losses in the micro NQ this morning. We took 3 quick losses on the micro Russell. It was a tough morning. Micro Russell and the YM both continuing to set session highs. And now the micro NQ is moving solidly off of its session lows. We're looking like it kind of wants to go down. We're currently in the long trade. All right, both active trades in no man's land between the entry and the stop. Looks like we very likely could get, yep, there's a short trade at 70.24. So that is a full stop out and transitioning to short on crude. It's a 18 tick risk, 36 tick loss. Add-on short on soybeans. We're still in the original short. Crude is short. Soybeans is short. And we're going to close below the 50 EMA on soybeans. We're going to push down. Looks like we're getting down through the 50 now. We got to get down through the 200. Need 93 and a half. What? 993 and a half. Target one in money management on the short trade. Oh, sorry about that. I got the comments covered up. If you had it, PD, yeah, you should be able to get onto the owner site and load it back, download it again, and put it back on your charts, or check your, if do you not have it in your indicator list that you can put on the charts? Oh, okay, you changed machines. Yeah, that could very well be it. Okay, yeah, if you change machines and reloaded TradeStation, make sure you obviously you've downloaded the DLL file if you're running CPX2. Yeah, you should still have access to the Spotlight indicator. So, and they've just, you should have gotten an email just recently about about moving things over to the new owner sites. And we have a stop and reverse to go back. Well, actually, this is going to be, if we hit that stop and reverse, it's going to be, yeah, 47. We stop and reverse at the stop, but that's going to be 2 full stop outs, and that would end the session. So I'm not going to mark up that trade. And that ends the session on crude. So that leaves us soybeans. We're down at the 200 EMA, 995 and a half is a low point, it looks like. And money management and target 1 on soybeans. That trade set up at 906.50 and got in sync with it. And now at 10:17 we get target 1. So that's 15 ticks. Three and 3/4 points. 3 positions still in play. So our next objective is target 2. Down at 91.5. It looks like we bounced from 92.5. Michael Russell's on a tear here. Up, up, up. IM, strong up move, then pull back again. Now bounced along the 50 and now headed up again. Micro NQ coming all the way back from the session low up above the 200 EMA temporarily. It's oscillating around the 200 EMA now. So the only active chart left is going to be soybeans. So yeah, PD, you apparently haven't loaded it on that when you set up your machine. So yeah, you either have it in the downloads on your old hard drive, or you can go to the owner website, which has transitioned to the new membership sites. If you haven't gotten that email, send Troy a message, an email, Troy at backpacktrader.com, and he should be able to get you hooked up. Looks like the soybean stop is at 997 flat. Yeah, 997 flat at the moment. Looks like it's going to move down. Yeah, it moves down 1 tick. 96 and 3/4. And it's going to move down to at least 96. And that's actually, I think I'm not going to move it down any lower, I don't think, than 96. Maybe even 96.25. Keep it above that swing high that it just set. Couple of ticks above the 200 or 2 ticks above the swing high. So either 96 flat or 96.25. But that's not going to be until this bar closes. It should be back a little further than that, PD. Because that was just yesterday. Gosh, it's hard to believe that Catapult is probably 3 years old. It came out. The first Catapult setups came out in the first Catapult module came out sometime shortly after, not too long after COVID. So probably in the late 2020, early 21. It's probably 3.5 years at least. And yeah, Spotlight has been out for about 8 years now. Actually, coming up on 9, I guess. Spotlight came out. No, it hasn't been that long ago. I'm sorry. The original Counterpunch was about just about 9 years ago. The Spotlight came somewhere in between there, probably 5 to 6 years ago. CPX2 came out. And Spotlight would probably have to be 6 years ago. CPX2 is probably 4 years ago, 4 to 5. It came out before COVID. It actually came out after Spotlight, I believe. And it was a pared down version of Counterpunch, the original full Counterpunch. a little bit less expensive entry point. Yeah, CP has never been free. I think, if I remember correctly, I think there was a component of Counterpunch that was free, that came out free. I want to say that I may have put out the histogram as a freebie, or I forget exactly what that was, but yes, there was a free component indicator of it years ago. I think that may have actually been around the time that the original CPX came out. All right. Stops moved down a couple times on. I think I would hold my stop at 96 flat. The last plot is at 96, 95 and a half, which is right on the 200 EMA. So at least until they pick up target 2, I would leave it there. And there's target 2. So now we look for target 3. 2 positions still in play. Trade's way back here. 15 and 23 ticks. 38. 9.5 points. That's $475. And we still have 2 positions in play. At 96 flat, we have 5 ticks in hand, so that's another 10 ticks, 2.5 points, another $125. I'm sorry, 5 ticks is 1.25 points, not 1.5 points. Another 67.50. $50 a point, $12.50 a tick. We need to get down below 990 to get to target. 999, yeah, 989 and a quarter. Target 3 is with 32 ticks and 8 points all by itself. Soybeans pushing down. Yeah, you will enjoy that, Johnny. Troy did a good job of those two books, both the day trading and the forex. Those were good place to start. All right, now, yeah, now the stop is moving down. I'll go ahead and follow it. Down at 93 flat, I believe. Yeah, 993 and a quarter. So that's 4 points or 16 ticks. 16 ticks, 4 points times 2 positions. So that's another 8 points. One tick beyond target one, which was 3 3/4 points. So that's 4 points. New session low, 89.5, and there is target 3. Another 32 ticks for 8 points. So we have 38 and 32 is 70 ticks. $23.5 points. Is that right? No. Yeah. Yeah, 23.5 points. And 24 points would be 72 ticks. And it looks like we're going to move down to 93.0, 93 flat for the stop. Yep, 93.0. Bringing a really nice trade. So we had 3 3/4, 5 3/4. That's 9.5, and 8. It should be 17. Yeah, 17.5. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Something didn't add up. 17.5. Yeah, 18 points would be the 72 ticks. 17 and a half points. And we now have 4 1/4. Overall, we're at 21 1/4, 21 3/4. So this is going to be a $1,000 trade if you trade in 4 positions with a single contract each. So this will be the final trade on soybeans, and that will complete all 7 charts that I watch we'll go through in the morning. And we will do it again tomorrow. And there's another stop move down to 92 1/4, it looks like. Yeah. So that's 5 points on the trailer. Yeah, PD on TradeStation, as long as you maintain the same customer number with TradeStation, you shouldn't have to even get that reactivated. It's just a matter of getting where the download is. Either find it on your old hard disk and bring it over, or download it from the owner site. You should still have access to the owner site. $22.5 points net for 3 targets in the trailer. If it's not, the trailer doesn't come down anymore. $1,125. Yeah, you should. Since your customer number hasn't changed, you shouldn't have to reactivate. That's something I have using NinjaTrader. I have to do because when I change machines, I have to give them my machine ID out of NinjaTrader. So that's a little bit different tracking. It does change each time I load it on a different machine. What? No? I'm not hearing anything on this end. Yeah, nothing strange here that I've heard. Okay, looks like we got another couple of tick stop move from the close of this bar. Looks like the move to 91 3/4. That's going to be one tick below the session open at 92 flat. And there it is. That's one I might adjust around, but given how far this trade has already come, I think I'm probably not in this case. And that's 5.5 points. Now we're at 23 points overall. See what it's going to do. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up and stomps out here. Activity in the market today again. And this is a earnings season is good for our volatility. Volatility is always good for day trading, or at least usually good for day trading, as long as it's not too volatile and to be able to trade effectively. When it gets noisy is when it gets to be a problem. And down to 991. Might push that up one more tick with a swing there. Make it 991 and a quarter. Step away for just a moment. I will be back in just a minute. All right, I'm back. All right, still working on the soybeans. Still at 991 flat, 991 and a quarter. So an option for making a small adjustment above that swing level. And there's a significant move down. 999 and three quarters. Trailer almost down to target 3. was 9.99, 9.89 and a quarter. So that's 7.5 points now on the trailer. Headed to our 17.5. For the targets, we're at 25. 25 points. So $1,250. If you were taking this as a live trade. We had a stop and reverse that was filtered by hybrid mode. And the reason it's now showing as a valid long trade is because the trailing stop is now below the entry to go long. So that's why it would no longer be a hybrid mode stop and reverse. It's just a straight long entry, because we would stop out coming up to that with the trailer down below that. It looks like we may be getting into a consolidation again. And here we come. Yep, got within a tick of the stop. Heck, we've got people coming in, I imagine, for the crude oil inventory report. Not today. No inventory report today. That is going to be tomorrow morning at 11. Monday holiday is going to push that back to Thursday. Thursday at 11. The only thing we have left is we're trailer on soybeans. Hit all 3 targets. Everything else is done. One tick from the stop, and there's the stop out. Just got 89 3/4, so that is 25-point win on soybeans this morning. So I will call for questions or comments one more time, since that is the end, the wrap up of the last chart this morning. Back tomorrow morning at 9:30 for a regular session, just like this one. And then 11 o'clock for the crude oil inventory report tomorrow. All right. Now I don't see anybody typing anything in. And we're at 11 o'clock, so we've been here an hour and a half. It was a good morning, interesting morning. Mixed bag. Crude was a winner and a loser. Winner at 9 a.m., loser at 10 a.m. Unleaded was a winner. YM was a winner. Micro Russell was a loser. Micro NQ was a loser today. Pound Aussie and soybeans were both winners. So mixed bag today. And on to tomorrow. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a good one.